TikTok. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. KI Culture Radio family. Happy New
Look up.
Year's. Happy New Year's. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Happy New Year, Jordan and Hakeem. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Like always, guys, first thing first, before you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Hakeem, Jordan, what's cracking like and what's cracking like and what is cracking like?
Man, it's a new year for the Chaos Mob. We still here, still kicking.
Yeah, man, we feels good, man. A brand new year. That means brand new stuff we gonna do as we hear in Chaos Culture Radio. So we always gonna bring it in. Hello, 2026. Let's go. Let's get it.
Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on YouTube, Rumble, and also X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely KI Culture Radio Monday. It is first time Monday, and Happy New Year's once again. People on Bingo Live are laughing at me because I say Happy New Year's, but it is Happy New Year's. Y'all should be happy. Y'all should be happy to be alive. You know, there's a lot of things going on. You know, you already know what's happening, man, all across the board. You know, one of our main topics of today's show, you know, we're going to talk about the Venezuelan president being captured. But before we do that, you already know, guys, first thing first, we heading over to sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports news, big dog?
Let's get into it. So the NFL season is finally over and the playoffs are finally set. From the NFC, we got the Seattle Seahawks, which has the number 1 seed, which they have to bye. You have Carolina, the Rams, Ronnie's team, San Francisco 49ers, Philly, Green Bay, and Chicago. And then on the AFC side, you got the Denver Broncos, who has the number 1 seed. They have a bye. Then you got Pittsburgh and Houston, Buffalo, Jacksonville, the LA Chargers, and then New England Patriots. So this feels weird because there's no Patrick Mahomes, no Kansas City Chiefs. And also no Lamar Jackson. So this is weird, but a brand new playoffs when you don't have your top quarterbacks in the game. So so it's gonna be wonderful playoffs. So but yeah, man, we got some teams that's been there and some surprises that's been that are there, and there's some teams that that are not there. It's kind of for some fans are very disappointed. So I'm gonna start with you, Ronnie. Going into these NFL playoffs, is there any of the teams that you were surprised they got in, or also which which 2 teams you think they could go to the Super Bowl as we go into these playoffs?
The one that surprised me the most is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was not supposed to be in there. Lamar Jackson in Baltimore fell after the
missed kick.
The kicker missed the field goal, missed the whole thing. Pittsburgh was not supposed to be in there. That shocked the heck out of me. Aaron Rodgers still got it. He's still one of the legendary GOAT. He did what he had to do. He executed, and he made it certain that Pittsburgh Steelers was going to the playoff. Now they got to go ahead and see Houston, which I think they're probably not even going to make it to the second round. It's not going to happen. I see Houston winning that, but Pittsburgh shocked the heck out of me. And the second one that shocked me too as well is Carolina too. Carolina is not supposed to be in there too. It's supposed to be Tampa.
And the thing about that, Ronnie, even though they lost, it went down from that New Orleans and Atlanta game because since Atlanta won, yeah.
I already know, but Carolina, Tampa fell the ball on this one. Baker Mayfield made bad decision plays, and the whole situation when it came to aspect of them, it just surprised me. Now, if you ask me who's going to win it all, I'm biased. It's in the San Francisco 49ers home field. So, I'm going to go for San Fran going to the Super Bowl and winning it all once again. That's my dream. That's what I'm hoping for. Kyle Shanahan, he disappointed me over the weekend because we were supposed to get the number 1 seed, not the Seahawks. We were supposed to get the number 1 seed because the Super Bowl is going to pretty much be in Levi Stadium. But due to the fact that the offense didn't play well, now we got to go face the Eagles, which is going to be a tough game in the cold. So I'm being honest. But if you ask me who's going to win it all, Jordan, I got to come back. I don't know. I don't know.
I
Okay.
say Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Hell no.
I got my money on them.
Hell no.
That's your second favorite team, Hakeem, the Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Okay. See, okay, now it's a bias. That's what it is.
It is biased. Pittsburgh.
Trust me on it.
Yeah, for me, I know the quarterback play isn't great, but they have a great defense, and for some reason I don't know why, and I think the defense really go carry. I like Seattle in the AFC to take it all the way because they have the 12th man and everything. And I'm not a fan of Sam Darnold, but I feel like he won't have to do too much because their defense plays so well and everything. And from the AFC, I I was gonna go with Buffalo. Buffalo don't look good. One team that's hot right now is Houston. Their defense is serious, and I'm with you, Ronnie. I think Houston they gonna destroy Pittsburgh. When it comes to I think they play Sunday and everything. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I think it's gonna be really really good playoffs and everything. So wild card weekend next week. So I feel like I'm definitely gonna watch football this weekend. So people, if your team's in there, hey, I'm happy for y'all. Unfortunately for my team, Detroit Lions, we didn't make it, so we gotta try it next year, whatever. But then again, hey, if the playoffs were still on, so let's see. Start out with a great playoff season when it comes to this coming week. So can't wait.
But I'm being honest. When it comes to AFC, it's really set up for Buffalo to win it. To be honest, because
Yeah,
all the teams that normally would beat them, they're not there. Baltimore and also on the Chiefs. If Buffalo really want this, they could really take it up,
right.
go to the Super
I hear
Bowl.
you, Ronnie. It's I mean it should be Josh Allen. It should
Yeah,
be
it
Josh
should.
Allen.
It should be
It should.
Johnson. It's set up now. When it comes to the NFC, I'm being honest, guys. That's a tough one. That's why it's hard for me to choose. It's hard because
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
Chicago who's hungry. Philadelphia want to make a statement. LA Rams want to
Mhm.
make a statement. Seahawks want to make a statement. When it comes to NFC, it's going to be a tough one. And the 49ers, they've been going to the Super Bowl for how many years now? 3 times and have not won. So they're trying to make
Yeah.
a statement, and it's at their home court. So
Hmm.
we got to see what's going to happen. That's why I say this playoff season, we always wrong because we all say Baltimore, we all say Kansas
Hmm.
City, we say Detroit. They're not in
Hmm.
there. They're not in there. This is shocking. This is
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, shout out to everybody watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Fresh Start Monday. And like always, Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's. Hoping you guys are safe out there. And I hope you have fun coming into New Year. And hopefully you have New Year's resolution y'all trying to conquer this year because this year's already started and people already into the BS. So moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Yeah, let's get into it. I think this topic is going to I really gonna like this topic because what happened this weekend, and I think this is definitely what we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna talk about what's when it comes to oil prices in 2026. So this is a brand new year, and the situation. We all know the situation, but the main time we're gonna talk about when it comes to Venezuela and everything. So it's gonna be very, very interesting when it comes to these oil prices coming up in 2026. So we do have a clip on, the outlook of 2026 of the oil. Let's go ahead and play the clip the first 3 minutes, and after that we'll chop it up.
Thank you for joining us here today. Let's tackle the outlook for oil first. We saw a huge run up in gold and precious metals this year, but we didn't extend that to certain sectors, including the energy one. So what's the outlook for 2026?
Yeah, so look, oil this year has been under pressure for 2 reasons. One is sluggish global demand. In China, 60% of auto sales are now electric, and that number is only going to increase. Meanwhile, OPEC has been unwinding its production cuts from the COVID era, And at the same time, we have so many new oil fields starting production in places like Brazil, Guyana, and Norway. You put all that together, we have an oversupplied market for the 5th consecutive year. 2026, we think it's going to be a 6th consecutive year of an oversupplied market. Now, does oil have a lot of downside from here? Probably not. Below $55 a barrel for WTI, that's kind of the threshold of pain, as we call it, for the oil industry. That's where the rig count begins to fall off a cliff, and company capital spending declines. So not a lot of downside left, but no real reason for prices to go up either. You mentioned a minute ago, peace talks with Russia and Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
If those were to reach an actual peace deal, which seems like a pretty good bet for 2026, that if anything would pressure oil prices even further.
Yeah, and I would like to call the Wi-Fi Interactive up right now. We have a heat map of our energy companies. Most of these are large cap for the year to date. We got some big numbers up there, some small losses. Occidental down 16%, but the majors like Exxon, Chevron, both in either the single digits or low double digits. What's the outlook for energy companies heading into 2026, given what you just said, that we're headed for probably another year of lower oil prices?
So the stocks, just like the stock market, is not the same as the economy. The energy sector of the stock market is not the same as the price of oil. It is possible for stocks to do relatively well, even when the commodity itself is under pressure, and here is why. Pre-COVID, the oil industry was all about drill, baby, drill. It was all about growing production and investing as much capital as companies could afford. Since the COVID era, we've seen much more of a capital disciplined approach within the oil industry. Companies are not trying to grow for the most part, or very slowly. Instead, they are returning capital to shareholders in the form of juicy dividends and lots of share buybacks. And the big oils are the most active in doing so. So if oil prices are, let's call it flat to down in 2026, those dividends and those buybacks are still going to continue, which keeps the stocks, in favor for some investors, even though the underlying commodity has no real upside.
So there you have it. So when it comes to, he kind of broke it down, when it comes to, the outlook of it, and also knowing, us, we understand when it comes to oil prices, also oil stocks and everything, coming 2026, that will probably be something major. So going to you, Ronnie, man, what is your outlook when it comes to oil price, meaning when it comes to gas or oil stock? What you have on that? Your outlook.
Now since the whole situation with the United States pretty much capturing the president of Venezuela, oil prices and oil production is going to be cheaper now. And now the oil companies like Chevron, all these local gas stations that people are always wondering like why gas prices are so high, it's gonna pretty much diminish down to probably to like what $2 now. Even for the premium prices when it comes to expensive gas, is because Venezuelans have known for having a lot of resources when it comes to oil and gas. So them now
Mm-hmm.
becoming a part of the United States is going to pretty much be easier for American people. So I think this is a big win for the United States and a big win for a lot of Americans in their wallets. And now, of course, it's not financial advisors. I always speak with them financial advisors. But since this situation occurred, now you have a lot of oil companies that's going to pretty much navigate and also use different resources they have to build more oil companies. So for someone like me who love to invest in oil companies, I'm gonna be looking into that because I think this is a good opportunity to make money. I would say anything they always talk about when it comes to oil and gas, always looking for the stock market because there are opportunity there for you guys to make money. Of course, it's not financial advice. Always speak with a financial advisor for any financial advice. Go ahead, Akeem. I think you muted
Let me
Hakeem.
tell you. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was muted. So Here's why I'm a bit confused at. He said the threshold come down to $55 per barrel, and
That's
that's the
correct.
point. But then he said that we have an oversupply of oil. So if we have an oversupply, we should be at $2 per gallon. $2.50 per gallon, but we're still at $3 per gallon. Certain places are at $6 and $8.
Because you gotta understand, some
Even
of them oil companies, remember, they're privately owned. I mean, they can make their own prices.
No, definitely. So this is what I'm saying. Like, so if we're gonna have an influx of more oil coming in, I would love to see the prices go down. But at this point, I see they're steady. They're steady at one point and one price to see that. But I do hear the fact that you can get dividends for investing in that. But I
Yep.
don't see really how us having oversupply will bring the prices down. And I'm gonna land right there.
Yeah, that's true, Hakeem. Also, Trump says he said he may reimburse oil companies for the infrastructure that we're building for Venezuela and everything. So when it comes to that, maybe it'll have a big hit on the oil stocks. We'll see about that. But when it comes to this, when it comes to oil prices and everything, what we just seen with what the United States with Venezuela and everything, and also it's having built their infrastructure and everything. Hopefully we expected, prices to go down. We don't know, what the situation is, but hopefully we'll see that and everything. But when it comes to when it comes to oil stocks, this is not my financial advice and everything. Just make this. I really will be looking into that and everything, and just learning more and more about oil. When it comes to who carries the biggest oil reserves, as Venezuela, they're number one. Saudi Arabia, they're up there as two, and a few other countries as well. So it's going to be I think this year it's going to be oil. It's going to be a big major prices. Hopefully, we'll see it hit in the United States and everything. And because the U.S. does have control of oil and Venezuela, the oils of Venezuela reserves and everything. So it just really just look out and see what's going on when it comes to looking at the prices and also looking at the stocks. Because if we kind of controlling Venezuela oils and everything, in the next 2 or 3 months, you won't see the major moves and everything. That means something's going on that we don't know, that maybe the U.S. are trying to hold oversupply of the oils, and they maybe they're saving it to trade for other countries as well. But anyways, hopefully we'll see some big things coming over the oil. So people just watch out and see we'll see how the oil prices will be when it comes to gas and also the stocks as well.
Yeah, before we leave the talk, I want people to see, because you guys always want to get into when it comes to aspect of the stock market and what's going on. Prime example, if you look up look at the stock market today, the Dow jumped 600 Hakeem points to its record. S&P 500, 500. And you already know the Nasdaq rallies as oil stocks surge after the Venezuelan strike. So that strike pretty much made a strong impact within the oil. And then if people want to do it, I would say people could go and go. Remember, always speak with a financial advisor. But these are mostly are good companies that mostly are really really into the when it comes to aspect of the oil rigs and what Hakeem said that we oversupply. Yes, I think they're gonna continue to drill, and they're gonna continue to use that to build more factories and more oil for American people. That's my thing is. No offense to energy, but they're gonna drill. And remember, that's one thing Trump was always speaking. You want to stay in the lane, drill, baby,
Yeah,
drill. That's why he kept saying
yeah.
it. So they're gonna keep drilling. They're not gonna stop.
Mhm.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. And once again, Happy New Year's. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful New Year's Day, and making sure you guys was safe. Now you already know what we're moving on to. Hip hop. Oh man, hip hop. And shout out to the pretty and lovely Evelyn Perez that's in the building. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to the aspect of hip hop news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. So ever since Nicki Minaj made came a couple weeks ago to the I forgot to the event that she was on. A lot of people are very, very upset of Nicki Minaj mentioning that they may have petitioned try to deport Nicki Minaj, and has reached over $70,000 signatures. When it comes to the petition, it says allegedly has been started by the Barbs, which is her fans, and right now they are definitely signing a petition of trying to get her out of there. And I believe they're going to keep doing this. I believe not her not so fans will keep it to right this position and everything. So with this information, I'm start with you, Ronnie. With do you feel like people are going overboard because her political views, and they don't like it and they trying to deport her? So what's your take on this?
Not that, but this is a bad picture of Nicki Minaj. Real bad picture. Whoever did that petition, they effed up for that one. I think this petition ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do nothing to Nicki Minaj. Remember, anybody have their entitled to their own political reviews, and we already spoke about this before. Jordan, the only reason why she's doing this is to pretty much to help her career even more, because she was getting beat out by Carly B when it came to the aspect of the records and when it came to the aspect of the chart. She want to still remain the queen of New York, and by her doing so, with Team Mega, which is AKA Trump and his political views, and that's where she's at right now. So they can do 150 petition. Nicki Minaj ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Know Your Word. That's also the good. She's probably laughing too at the Nicki Minaj photos. I think that was messed up for that. So them doing a petition ain't really gonna do anything. She have the right to be here, so she ain't going nowhere. Go ahead, Hakeem, on that one.
The worst thing she could have ever done was poke her head in the politic world when you don't really know what's going on. And the second worst thing is choosing the size of a conservative, a like right wing conservative, which made her look even bad and aligned herself with people who are not her fan base. Her fan base are mainly liberals and Democrats, but you lied to yourself with extreme conservatives. So now she's feeling the backlash. And they say, but the funny thing is, they're asking to deport her. Ain't she born here? Ain't she a citizen?
I
Yeah,
gotta
she
look that
was she
up.
was she was born in Trinidad, and then I think she was like 5 or 6. That's her family. They moved to New York.
Well,
So, but yeah, um, yeah, Nicki Minaj is not going anywhere. They could sign a million, up to a million. She's not going nowhere. She's a money maker. She makes money in the U.S. and everything. If you make money in the U.S., it is not going to deport you. If that was the case, Trump would have been deported. Celebrities that make money would have been deported them out of the U.S. and to the United States and everything. So, with that being said, Nikki, they can write all the petition you want. I know a lot of people are upset, especially on Barb's and everything. You can do whatever you want, but Nikki's not going anywhere, So I do feel bad for the bars that they see that Nikki, doing some things that they're not proud of when it comes to this going into the conservative way, which a lot of our friends are not happy with, because most of the fans, they're either um with the Democrat Party, or independent, anything like that. But yeah, people, but yeah, Nikki's not going anywhere. So I just think, Diggy just keep digging her. I don't know why Nikki, but she just likes to keep digging her old grave and grave and grave and everything until, people, they just gonna shout hate speech. They might be shout hate speech against Nicki Minaj and everything. So Nikki, I don't know what's Nikki be doing. She last year she's been on us, getting on everybody. And now she's turning conservative. So 2026, I don't know what Nikki's gonna do, but Nikki's not looking good right now. That's all I gotta say about that. When it comes to her fans.
Now that Hakeem enjoyed, I put it up on the screen. So it say no, Nicki Minaj is not a U.S. citizen. She moved to the U.S. from Trinidad, like Jordan said, as a child. She publicly stated that she does not hold American citizenship. So technically, Hakeem and Jordan can deport her back. Technically,
Yeah,
according to
yeah,
Google, they can.
she got a green card?
She got a green card.
wow,
But I don't know, because she got married to an American. Remember the guy she
yeah.
married to.
But she
So I
stayed
don't
over
know if
here.
that played a part. Jordan.
No, she stayed in LA. She stayed over here. I think she stayed in either Hidden Hills or Calabasas. But yeah, she stayed over here, in LA.
No, but she ain't going away anyway because she remember keeping in mind she's still Team Mega. So whatever
Right.
Team Mega it is, she's not going anywhere.
Right.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. You already know it's Fresh Start Monday. And once again, Happy New Year's to all the new subscribers, to all the new listeners, and also to the regular listeners. Happy New Year's. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year. And I hope you also have a New Year's resolution for yourself this year. Oh, now that shout out to Crown Prince that's also in the building. Let's get a couple of shout outs. Shout out to Crown Prince that's also in the building. Though your worth is in the building. Shout out to you. She said, I never heard that. I thought she was born in the US. I thought so too. Jordan told me something new, and Google said that she was never born here. She came here from Trinidad, like George stated. And shout out to Evelyn Perez that's also in the building. Shout out to 70 people right now watching us on, you already know, Bingo Live and TikTok. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that love button, hit top the screen, hit that love button. Let TikTok and Bingo Live know y'all love us over here on the Chaos Culture Radio side. You know, we got a lot of things to talk about, especially when it comes to aspect of this Venezuelan president being captured. But before we do that, Jordan, what's going on in Chicago? Having the fewest murder rate? Wow, that's amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw this news. I was surprised myself. So, according to 2025, Chicago recorded the fewest murders in 60 years, with 416 recorded. So so that's been a really a turn down when it comes to the city of Chicago. And with that, hopefully 2026 they want to see fewer recorded murders. So that's their goal. So we do have a clip on it. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
With the fewest number of murders in 6 decades. Look at this. Police released preliminary crime statistics showing there were 416 murders last year. That's the lowest number since 1965, when there were 395 murders reported. Again, these numbers are preliminary, could change in the coming weeks as police finalize reports. Police Superintendent Larry Snelling and Mayor Brandon Johnson spoke about the lower crime rates earlier this week, saying community partnerships and investments in anti-violence programs are helping drive down crime. Chicago ended.
Wow, shout out to Chicago.
Yeah, shout out to Chicago, man. There, people out there, people, the police, whoever they are, they're doing their job and trying to really cut down on the murders out there. So that being said, what's your take on that, Ronnie?
Man, I'm once again, shout out to Chicago. Chicago's doing something totally different. They realize that they want to crack on crime. The best way to do that is make sure the kids got something to do. Make sure the criminals are being arrested. And make sure pretty much the community is safer for people to go outside once again. Because at one point, Chicago was a city where people could go outside, even during the snow time, the winter time, and even during the fall season, they could go and have fun. Don't have to worry about if they're going to be attacked or ambushed. But my question is, does by Trump deploying the military have something to do with it? If that have something to do with it, then that's kudos to Donald Trump and the administration team, because that's one thing people was complaining about was the crime in Chicago. And I remember one time we had Chicago Rilla on here. Shout out to Chicago Rilla. One time he mentioned the aspect like everywhere in Chicago ain't bad. They only talk about like a small sector in Chicago, which was like Old Block and places that's very hoodish. But this record proved that Chicago's going to the right track, and shout out to them, man. I might have to take a trip over there. Go ahead. I can.
Wonderful. And I want people to understand the whole thing about statistics and the way the numbers. So Chicago is a very large metropolitan that is a cluster of a lot of towns and cities. So 409 murders is a very low number. So if you break that down, that's like 2 for every 1,000. You know what I mean? So the murders have gone down. I do believe that there's a lot of intervention, but also too the changing of the times too. Most of the guys who probably would have been committing murders are not here anymore. A lot of guys are getting longer convictions. So there's a cluster of things that plays part into why crime has gone down too. plus the economy. If there's more job outlooks and stuff like that, and sometimes situations can prevent people from getting back into crime. Once you lose a whole house full of family, that would steer people away from it. So I would love to see Chicago be in a place where we could just walk freely and it'll be a very safe city to come to.
And you won't know about that, Hakeem. You said the word family, and that's very, very important. If you have a strong family unit when it comes to any community out there, you won't see crimes like that and everything. If you got a strong community, go to school, do what you need to do, family first, you can do that. And hopefully with Chicago, they will continue to do that. And Hakeem said it, Chicago is one of the big cities and everything. And to have that type of number like that, and because the last few years, when it comes to crimes, we kind of cover what's going on in Chicago. It's like all the time when it comes to 4th of July, Memorial Day, it was always someone shooting and everything. So now that they could get, now we're seeing a low number in that. But, we not, continue not hear stories of murders going on in Chicago, very crazy murders, all things like that. So shout out to Chicago. This is definitely will help the tourism that, when they see stuff like this, they do want to come, do want to visit more because I've been to Chicago. Chicago is a very, very beautiful city. They got one of the beautiful skylines in the United States. So I would love to go back to Chicago. Chicago is lovely, but yeah, keep going, Chicago. The people out there, the mayor, the people, the police, keep doing what y'all do.
Yeah, the mayor's doing a wonderful job in Chicago. Shout out to him. I would say beautiful, beautiful. So moving on to other trending news, Jordan. What's going on with this New York jeweler? Get into it with another altercation with a New York jeweler. Crazy. Oh, you muted. You muted.
Thank you. Yeah, I know everybody saw this. Because I saw this, I had to keep watching over and over and over. So the jeweler Tracks NYC, he went into to another jeweler, which is Diamond Districts, and he went ham on them because he used his name for alleged fraud. And he was yelling and really, really getting at them. So I won't say something. I won't say too much. Go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Where's my fucking money, motherfucker? Where's my fucking money, bitch? Where's my money? I got this fucking bracelet. Where's my fucking money? What are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna fucking do? Doc, motherfucker, you saying VVS, I3, 14 karat, and you're using my name, you bitch! 6447. Yeah, 6447. Thief! You fucking thief! Bitch! Stop, take him. No! Get the fuck your hands off of me, bro! Take your fucking hands off of me, bro. Yeah, bro. Calm down. So not only did these fucking pieces of shit, okay, rip you off on this fucking thing, it turned out to be 9 karat gold, right? You had a check?
Yes.
So they're gonna be giving you $1,000 on top. Here's 22,000 for your fucking trouble. These fucking bum motherfuckers, bro. You get people in this exchange, people in this. Stop being greedy pieces of fucking lying shit. So this is the receipt from this disgusting company that pretends to be me, says they're Tracks NYC, sells my customer a bracelet, rips them off, and rips them off on the gold. Shit, they're saying it's 14 karat gold. Well, we're gonna test this bracelet right now. Start the test. 10 karat gold. So did they say they were Tracks NYC?
Yeah, he tried to portray. He tried to sell one of your products. He said that he ran out.
Right.
One of your rings that you purchased.
Right. That we sell. So you came with a picture of Tracks NYC.
Yep. I opened up the website for.
And then he said he ran out, even though he has nothing to fucking do with me other than to steal my fucking customers all day long. These rats have done this over and over and over again, and I tolerated it. And now they fucked them over on the carrot as well. Yo, Akai, you are fucking. So this is the receipt from this disgusting.
Yeah, and also there was another video which we're not going to play of
Yeah.
the guy with the suit on that's spit on him as well, like a big huge spit. And before that, he was arrested for assault because we spit on some person that's assault. So he was
It is.
arrested for. So he was arrested. That guy was arrested for assault because he spit on that person. And I think I don't know I don't know if they think they opened an investigation for fraud, but the jeweler text NYC. If I was him and everything, I would see if I could put like a civil suit or something like that if because that's fraud and everything. So if he could prove that, get a lawyer and everything, he should lawyer up and everything. But other than that, watching this video and learn all this, notice all for information. Ronnie, what's your take on this?
See, I've been in New York. I've been in New York several times. Hakeem used to live in New York. Jordan, you've probably been in New York as well. You know,
Hmm.
New York is known for doing a lot of scamming, just like Miami, known for doing a lot of scamming. They portray to be something that they're not. So if someone like someone like me that is a tourist that go to New York, that not even from New York, and you go to like one of the jewelry stores to buy a jewelry, you're gonna think, oh man, it's from such and such store, but then you find out it was scamming. It was scamming you. It happens. The whole thing about New York is there's a lot of scamming going on. These businesses are trying to be the top dog. They're trying to get, okay, who can we be better than our next competitors? But the way they're doing it is by scamming people, and that's not right. I understand that why the jury got upset, and I don't blame them. I'll be upset too because you're using my name, my company, say, hey, I'm selling this man this type of product, and I wasn't the one that did it. So for me, kudos to the jeweler. He get 100% of my support, and the other jeweler was spitting in his face. I'm glad that guy didn't really. I'm not for violence, but I'm glad that guy didn't knock him out because you don't spit on nobody. Period. Go ahead, Akeem. For someone that used to live in New York, your thoughts? Because you used to live in New York, so Akeem, I think you're muted.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So with me is I want people to understand that always been fraud in the jeweler business and with watches. You feel me?
Yep.
This is the most troubling, and we gotta give Trax NYC so much respect because he pride himself is doing good business. This is why a lot of rappers go to him. He tries to do the opposite of what most jewelers do. But we also got to understand something. Wherever there's a cash business, there's some scamming going on. And a lot of people are not going to be as honest with you. And sometimes we have to do our due diligence. This just get caught right in the act. So this is fraud. They are going to get prosecuted and they're going to get shut down. He has a big case on him. He's going to win a couple million. He's going to win a million or two. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I can understand his frustration in that when you build your business up for years, blood, sweat, and tears, and you pride yourself to being an honest person, and somebody can ruin that overnight, I'm going to go out guns a blazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Hakeem said it right. When it comes to Trax NYC, according to Complex, he's one of the top 25 jewelers, celebrity jewelers. So he knows his stuff. Um, yeah, man. When it comes to not just New York, but in anywhere you go, there will be jewelers who who are think you like a somebody new and everything, and they think they could use you if you know anything about jewelry. There are some people that will scam you and say, "Hey, you might be a 6 carat type of gold chain, but actually it'll be 4 or something like that." So, at Trax NYC, he's like I said, he's very experienced. He know what it is and everything. And I think I'm with it. Hopefully, he sues and everything because he like stuff like this. Like, come on, he's an expert. He know what's up and everything. And for him to be angry like that, hey, I'm with him like that. He hold his composure. The video that he got spit on, he hold his composure. He didn't do anything. And so, if I like I said, Trash know what's gonna do. Take him to court and get. If you can show the prove that it was fraud, which you do have the information and everything. Hey, man, that's a payday for him. So shout out to Trax NYC. If the chaos coach career ever get big. If I ever want some jewelry, that's something I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna say that.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this Fresh Start Monday. And once again, Happy New Year's. Hope you guys are having a wonderful New Year's week. You know, some people weeks just started this week because, you know, some people are going back to work, kids are going back to school. So happy New Year's week. And hopefully y'all New Year's week is going well. Main topic on today's show, Jordan, big surprise. What's going on with President Trump capturing the Venezuelan president?
Well, a few nights ago, while everybody was asleep, I was at work at the time. Donald Trump sent out a strike against Venezuela president and to capture him and his wife and to send him send him back to the United States, where I believe he is held in New York City. I think the same federal prison that Diddy was in. So he has been indicted with charges when it comes to terrorism, conspiracy, cocaine importation, conspiracy when it comes to weapon charges and everything. He was set up for his charges today, but he's played for not guilty. So do have a couple clips for you guys when it comes to Donald Trump. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll jump it up.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious, because that's what we're all about. We're going to simple.
Mr. President, Colombian President Gustavo Petro, a couple weeks ago, he said he's got to watch his ass. And today he said he's not concerned about anything happening to him in the aftermath of this operation. So just what your message is about that.
Well, he has cocaine mills. He has factories where he makes cocaine. And yeah, I think I stick by my first statement. He's making cocaine. They're sending it into the United States. So he does have to watch his ass.
Venga por mí. Aquí lo espero en Miraflores. No se tarde en llegar.
Watch out for the copyright for the Biggie song. So with that, the White House put down a film catcher, and also they played the Biggie song, Biggie Biggie, give you one more chance, and also put FAFO, so which we kind of know what that means. And I also want to say this: the charges that was Donald Maduro, he was indicted. These charges was indicted to him back in 2020. So it's been 5 years since he's been they have put the indictment down and everything. But Trump and then also his administration finally said, hey, with the stuff that he was doing in Venezuela, they decided to say, yo, we're going to make a quick strike, capture him. And now he's been charged, not guilty, and that was it. So with all this stuff we saw over the weekend, Ronnie, Hakeem, I'm going to start with you, Ronnie. What is your take of Maduro, being captured, being charged?
I'm happy he got captured, and I'm happy he's getting charged because Nicolas Maduro, you got to keep in mind, he was rigging the election when it comes to aspect of the Venezuelan elections. He was pretty much doing a lot of corruption when it came to the aspect of drug trafficking to the United States. So my thing is this: if people are doing harm within the United States, because people fail to realize, I say this, people fail to realize why is the United States so involved with the Venezuelan. Remember do business with the United States when it comes to the aspect of oil. We used to talk about that, and now by them capturing Nicolas Maduro, now, and not only that, but the president pretty much stating that, hey, we're going to be running the country. They got $13.7 trillion of oil over there in Venezuela, where now the United States will be able to use as one of their own property, because now they're trying to make Venezuela pretty much a 51st state, which I think is going to go through, because right now they don't have a president. They don't have president right now in charge. So that's why he said we're going to be running the president. And pretty soon they will be doing another election. And the United States will be pretty much monitoring that election. But this is a good news. And a lot of the Venezuelan people who lived in the United States, especially in South Florida, Miami, they were celebrating and they were happy because they knew the type of dictator this guy was. He was not like I wouldn't want to say he's like a small Fidel Castro, but they didn't like how he was pretty much running the country. They were saying he was running the country to the ground. And now with his capture, the country will be able to rebuild itself once again. But go ahead, Hakeem, your thoughts on this one.
Ever since Chavez, which was the previous president, who died of an aneurysm, ever since he passed away, the country has been in turmoil. So him getting captured just sets a precedent that it's time for a change. And there's something I want to say. He might have been indicted for drug trafficking and being linked to this. And I want to say he might not have personally have done it, but when you're the president of a country and things are going out from your country, everything falls on you. You know what I mean? And he's going to take the rap for maybe a lot of illegal and criminal people that was in his cabinet in the country that was exporting drugs and made it so easily for drugs to be distributed and get into the country. And you know what I mean? And they're going to try him on that. Like, hey, why didn't you do nothing more to stop the flow of drugs from coming here into America? And that's the thing. So this is going to be a time of redemption and a new year for the Venezuelan people.
To me, when it comes to this was a gangster move. If you see a lot of gangster movies like this, so situation like this, to me, this wasn't a power movie, a power move. This was a gangster move. Because this is kind of remind me of a gangster movie of Maduro doing this, Maduro doing that, and the thing is, they did, United States, they didn't invade. They came up with a quick strike and everything. And if you think, when you think what gangster does, you look at gangster movies. These were gangsters too, and this what the U.S. did and everything. Now, if you look at other countries that watching this, especially China and Russia, because China, they do have very very good relations, and China is definitely not happy with this. China's not happy with this. I think Russia's not happy with this, and also Mexico's not really happy with this. Of how U.S. really just took charge and then to do what they want to do and everything. So, yeah, if you look at the history of Maduro, where Hakeem stated what he was saying, it was pretty terrible and everything. And this like when it comes to U.S., we've seen this before. Last time we saw something like this was back in nature like this was back in 2003 when it comes to we was gonna get Saddam Hussein when it comes to Iraq and everything. We got him and everything. That's something major that happened last time happened like this and everything. But when it comes to this and everything, I'm definitely not surprised with what's going on that Trump administration did this and everything. And now, it's going to be similar to when it comes to the Iraq of how, they transfer power and everything. And we're just going to see how that goes. You're on mute, Ronnie. You're on mute.
Sorry, people want to know when it comes to aspect of Trump, pretty much why he's taking over on Venezuela because of the aspect of the oil. You see, the oil reserve is worth $17.3 trillion. But let's go ahead and play that clip from President Trump.
Much larger doses because they couldn't produce very much because their infrastructure was so bad. So we'll be selling large amounts of oil to other countries, many of whom are using it now, but I would say many more will come. In other words, we'll be selling.
Is it possible that the U.S. ends up administrating Venezuela for years?
Well, it won't cost us anything because the money coming out of the ground is very substantial. So it's not going to cost us anything. We want safety there. We want to be surrounded by countries that aren't housing all of our enemies all over the world. That's what was happening, and you don't want to have that. But we're going to be rebuilding, and we're not spending money. The oil companies are going to go in. They're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago. A lot of money is coming out of the ground. We're going to get reimbursed for all of that. We're going to get reimbursed for everything that we spend. So it's going to be it's going to be a very important. It's going to be a very important. This is a very big evening that took place last night.
So Hakeem was wondering why gonna have oil. This is it. Now we're gonna have tons of oil due to the fact is that's why they're mad on Jordan.
And
That's why
also,
China want control.
I want to say this, Ron, and also the great relationship we have with Saudi Arabia as well.
Yes, and look,
So
who's number one when it comes to aspect of oil reserve? Venezuela, and the second one is Saudi Arabia. And the United States already doing business with Saudi Arabia. So Hakeem, this is not about making a country great. This is about control and power. Keep that in mind. That's what it's about. Control and power and conquering.
You're right about that.
China was about to be the number one country in the world. Not anymore. U.S. is back on top, baby.
and China is not
Drill,
happy.
baby,
They are
drill.
not happy
They're
with the
not
United
happy.
States.
They're
They are
not
not
happy.
thrilled.
They're not happy. Shout out to Jordan Horton that's also is in the building. I can't not say that. I think this is Muslim. I think what is that? What I said? What?
Let me.
Is it, how you
You
say
said,
it?
"Walaikum salam, brothers. Wishing you a healthy and prosperous 2026. Grateful to spend another year with you guys.
Now
For
that
you
shout out
all.
to Mr. Darlog that's also in the building. Happy New Year's to you, Jordan Hurtum that's in the building. Thank you so much for being a very, very strong follower of KL Culture Radio, and also you already know Mr. Darlog is also in the building as well. Other trending news, Jordan, before we head up and out of here, what's going on with High Soul Speed? What's happening?
Yeah, so I show speed. He's doing another world tour. He's in Africa. I think he's touring 20 countries in Africa. And earlier this stream, he talked about why when it comes to his content, why does he travel around the world? So go ahead and play the clip for speed, and after that we'll chop it up.
People dream to go to Africa Safari. Thank you for the live experience, Speed. Love your work. Thank you, man. Chad, that's what I'm here for. I'm for the people that can't travel. Chad, I'm just for the people who can't travel. I try to give y'all the best experience. I don't make a cut down video. I show y'all live. I show y'all a live experience, a raw, true experience of me being at that certain location. Whether it's a country, whether it's a safari, whatever experience it is. I'm your test dummy.
Yeah, for shout out to ISO Speed, who's doing another tour, which he's done in Africa and everything. In this past week, there are some people that wasn't happy with his stream when it comes to him streaming the sharks, because he was in South Africa, and he was doing a stunt where he's going swimming sharks, and a lot of people were saying it's fake, and with that he ended the stream early because a lot of people, because he's putting his life on the line, a lot of people wasn't taking him seriously, and they think he did something that was kind of fake. But other than that, Ronnie, man, what's your take on ISO Speed? Continue to do what he's doing with his content, of traveling around the world, of being a test dummy, like he was saying.
I don't understand why people think he when he was aspect swim with the shark. I didn't see the live stream. I did saw some clips that resurfaced, and now that he recently just raced a cheetah and got scratched really, really bad too. The cheetah scratched him in the leg because he cheetahs, remember they're wild animals. Even though they have trainers, their minds built different. If you do something they're gonna react. And he got scratched up real bad. But people gonna critique you. And I keep telling people since last year, High Soul Speed to me is one of the biggest content creator. No offense to Kai Sanat. I love Kai Sanat too. I love it when he streams too. But he doesn't do what High Soul Speed does. High Soul Speed travel the world. Kai Cenat only do stuff that's locally. To me, if Kai Cenat want to be bigger, he need to step out and let his audience see the bigger world. High Soul Speed been in Africa. Shout out to him. He been in China. He been to like Peru, Spain, London. He's been everywhere.
Almost 30 states here in the United States as well. About 30 plus states.
So the man, this young man is working extremely hard, but people gonna critique you. At the end of the day, I think he should not give up. To me, I don't think he should have just end the stream. He should have kept doing what he's doing. Don't take it emotional, because people gonna hate. That's how it is. People gonna hate. If people hate you, that means you're doing a good job. That's how I can say I can stand on that. Go ahead, Akeem.
Man, he's what I call a worldwide streamer. the content that he puts out just sets a precedent. I love the fact that he's traveling to different places, and we can see through his eyes, through his lens. He is one of the best content. He doesn't do the type of content Castanet and all them do, because they still be kind of on some end stuff. You feel what I'm trying to say? So to see this makes me joyful to see that he, at all places, he went to Africa, because he has been to some interesting places. I can't wait to see where he goes next.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, people, continue watching the stream. I think he's going to be streaming in Africa for the next 3 weeks or so, because he did three countries. So he has 17 more countries to do. When I watched I Show Speed's tour, American tour, and everything, I really liked it, because it's, to me, it's super original what he's doing when it comes to this content. And also, just being there for the people. I call him the people's chef. He's a people's chef when it comes to content creation and everything. So I do have a lot of respect for Speed. And shout out to him what he was doing. I want to say this about Casanat too. My prayers going out with Casanat, because he hasn't been streaming the last month or so. He did talk about his mental health. So his birthday when his birthday passed, usually he streams and everything. He just been quiet right now. So Casanat, if you out there, man, wherever you're doing, man, we're praying for you, because I know you're going through some things right now. Like I said, I mean, no rush to come back to streaming and everything. We definitely want to see you back. But yeah, but going back to ISO Speed, man, ISO Speed, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's global, and I'm very proud of Speed, and continue to do what he's doing. And I will be watching his stream tonight at work, because his stream comes on at night times. It's in Africa, so I will be listening to his stream while I'm at work.
Yeah, it do come on. And the whole aspect with Casanat, remember he dealing with a relationship breakup. You know how that is when you break up with somebody, with his girlfriend Gigi. That's why that's why he's not there right now. He's taking a break. Well, the man did 3 months of nonstop streaming. You need to take a break. Sometimes you need to wind down and come back. I can't talk about that all the time. Sometimes you just need to do a reset and come back fresher than ever before. But I want Casanat
100%.
to travel. Get outside of the U.S. He did it one time. I think he went to Ghana, but that was it. He never did nothing after that. And he's just been interviewing celebrities. Celebrity interviews are good, but it's good to go out, because the people like to see you traveling the world. Moving on to other trending news, Jordan, what's going on with this manslaughter over there with this 6-year-old boy?
Yeah, so a mother, they were showing a ring camera of her son attempted to, because she had his phone, and they saw him. They was a camera view of him getting on the car, but without going forward, we did, and then it showed him got on the car. But after that, I guess she went up to went over the speed limit and crashed. I guess his son crashed and suffered catastrophic injuries. That he was on life support, and then after the life support, he was taken out of life support, and now she's been charged with manslaughter. So we do have a clip. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I was at work, and his mother called me and told me that I needed to get to the hospital because he wasn't breathing. I didn't know what happened. That was one of the hardest days of my life. Just seeing my son laying up in there with that tube in his mouth.
A neighbor's Ring doorbell camera captured the entire incident. Police say Kyrie and his mother, 38-year-old Anika Connor, became involved in an argument over Kyrie's cell phone.
Where is my phone?
They say Connor then left her house on Breck Street, got into her car, and began backing out of the driveway when Kyrie ran out of the house and jumped onto the vehicle. The video goes on to show Connor accelerating forward at a high rate of speed and Kyrie falling off the vehicle onto the pavement.
It was just a lot. It was a lot of injuries, you know what I'm saying? And after reading over all of them and sitting in the hospital for a month just watching him, I realized he wasn't coming back from none of that stuff.
On November 7th, Kyrie was removed from life support and his organs were donated. On Tuesday, Connor was arrested and charged with manslaughter, reckless endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a child.
She deserved to be where she at. And that video showed it all. I was at work and his mother.
Yeah, man. Sad to hear that son had to lose his life, that situation. But with that being said, Rodney, man, what's your take on this?
Guys continue to have getting women pregnant by. I'm trying to be careful what I'm going to say, but whatever. Guys continue to have children by women that ain't right in the head. I don't understand one aspect. If you see a woman that you're dating and you know she's not fit to be a mother, why get her pregnant over one night of passion? And not only that, you see how she raising your son. Like, come on, man, think for a minute. You know, it's a tragic story, and to me, she don't have no comments. She don't have no sense at all, because your son was literally on top of the car, and you're gonna continue to accelerate the car and keep on driving. Like, come on, like her mind is not right. Something's off about this woman, and these guys continue to get these women pregnant, and then the end result is these guys live in a heart full of pain. Sad, tragic story, man. These are the black women I be talking about, not the good ones. These are the one I be talking about. Go ahead, Akeem.
If you look at the temperament of that man, you could see that he was going through a lot. And I also want to point out something where was he at? He was at work trying to provide. And we need to be careful who we have kids with, and we need to make sure that the person who we are wants to be mothers and has good conflict resolution skills. Because there's many stories like this of people unaliving their kids. They're not coming back home. They're not coming back home. And we need to try to raise our kids in a point where we're not getting into disputes with them, or we're fighting them, or it has to be like that. We have to have some sort of conflict resolution and emotional intelligence. This could have easily been avoided. He could have been here and spent Christmas and New Year's with us, and this is constantly go on. So it's time for a change and healing and mental health.
Yeah, well, and it seems as a situation, it feels like the parents, they live in separate houses. If that's the case, if you was having problems with your son, and it seems like she was, why you just kind of have your son live with the father? What is the thought of that and everything? Yeah, to me, like stuff like this can be super duper preventative if you have problems. You know, if you got problems, that's what the father is there for. It's for discipline and then also the understanding and everything. So, you know, look, like I said, there will be 16-year-olds, sons, daughters, you know, when it comes to phones and everything, especially in this, you know, in this time, you know, if you take their phones, there's going to be a tip of trouble and everything. But it's how you handle that situation, and how this mother handled the situation was very, very off, because there's so much other things you could have did. If you was afraid of your son, you called the father and everything so you could address the situation. But now in this situation, now you want to have a son. Now you got to spend the rest of your life in jail and everything. And to people to see and learn this and everything, like, you know, if you're like for women, if you're scared, freshman and everything, you know, stay at home. If you got to call your father, call the police, something, do something. But for you to just to get out and the car and the son gets jump on the car and then you go amount of speed, I wish that he suffered major injuries and he's not here no more. It's very crazy, man. And prayers go out to that family. Prayers go out to that father.
They do. Sad story. Last time we wanted to come to today's show, Jordan, what's going on with that Uber driver, a 15-year-old being charged as an adult for allegedly deleting a Uber driver?
So another crazy story we're gonna talk about. So there was a 15-year-old boy who has been charged with a dog who was in the back of the Uber, allegedly shot him in the back, fatally shot him in the back, removed his body from the car, and also then stolen the car that same day that he shot the guy. This is a crazy story. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
First question that I have is, how do he have a gun? Or was it his gun?
That's the question on the mind of some neighbors who live near a 15-year-old boy accused of murdering an Uber driver.
It makes you realize you don't know who's next to you.
This Ring video shows the SUV that belonged to 58-year-old Cesar Tejada just before the murder. Police say 15-year-old Christian Simmons requested the Uber ride from his home in Lilburn to Groveland Parkway in Lawrenceville at around 4 Thursday morning. It's there where Simmons allegedly shot Tejada in the back and left his body in the road, according to an arrest warrant.
It's a senseless act.
Lawrenceville police detectives tracked Tejada's stolen SUV using flock cameras. The technology led them back to where the Uber ride began on Rangewood Drive in Lilburn. Officers staked out Simmons' home Thursday afternoon.
The suspect exited the home, began walking down the road, and we were able to take the suspect into custody.
There are still details that are not public while the investigation continues, including how Simmons may have gotten the gun.
I'd rather not release that information at this moment.
Simmons is charged as an adult with murder, but no booking photo has been released because of his age. Those who live next to him say their thoughts are with the victim.
My condolences. I mean, first day of the year, and this is what happened.
Yeah, man. It's another crazy story of a new year that sadly we got to hit another life that has ended because of something, that's stupidity of what that the 15-year-old did. But other than that, Ronnie, man, what's your take on this?
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in the state of Georgia. Georgia might be able to charge the parents as well, because the kids are underage. So if they do so, I don't feel bad one bit. The parents should be charged as well, because you raised this little demon. You didn't hold that little demon accountable. You knew that demon probably had something wrong with him. And the only reason why I call this kid a demon because you took someone's life. I don't play about when you take someone's life. I think they need to take his life. Oh, you can't say that. It's just a child. He didn't know better. Yeah, he did, because he knew where to get the gun, from, and to use the gun on the Uber driver to take his car to go. The guy knows where he was trying to take the car to. And Georgia has already been known for pretty much when it comes to high theft, when it comes to cars. So hopefully the parents do get charged too as well. Go ahead, Akeem.
It's a sad reality that we've been seeing in America, that we breed and raise killers. And for you to have the wherewithal, the energy to unalive somebody and then think twice about it, he's at the right place where he's supposed to be. I pray he get life in prison, but we need to start strengthening these things. I want to know what's the kid history, if he was suffering from mental health and they're not releasing how did he get a pistol. Like, these type of things matter, so we can use this as a precursor to stop other teen killers and prevent that. Because the good thing is he's going to get tried as an adult, so he'll never see the light of day, but another family is going to have to suffer. And there's going to be more families suffering because we don't take preventative actions to stop these guys from doing these crimes. I'll land right there.
That's me, Hakeem, and knowing his history is very, very important. Do he has parents? Or is he an orphan or anything like that? What got up to the mindset of him getting a gun and shooting a random person, an Uber driver, taking his life and stealing in that type of way and everything is very, very heinous. And since he gets tried, I'm with you, Ronnie. I'm with you, Hakeem and Ronnie. He should be spending the rest of his life in jail for taking a life like that. He's taking, if you question the Uber, he's taking you somewhere and then bam, you want to shoot him just like that in broad daylight like that, then take the car and everything. Man, and I'm just sad to hear that. Say that for that person who passed. And God bless his family. God bless his family.
Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, X, TikTok. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this KL Culture Radio. Fresh start Monday. And once again, Happy New Year. Shout out to Know Your Word that was in the building. Mr. Dollar that was in the building. Jordan O'Hurton that was in the building. Crown Prince. The beautiful and lovely Evelyn Perez that was in the building. Shout out to the 80 people that was right now watching us on Bingo Live. Shout out to those right now watching us on TikTok, Rumble, X, Twitch. Man, we really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in. Guys, it's also very, very important that you go to KL Culture Radio description and also link on top of the chat. That's where we got the KL Culture Radio store. That's where you can find all our merch when it comes to aspect of the t-shirt, the hat, the coffee mug, you name it. It's all in the description, and also link is pinned on top of the chat. And also, guys, so very, very important. You go to KL Culture Radio Community Post. Why? Because you could go and check out Hakeem's new music that's out now, which is AKA Broadway Fat.
Nigga, you heard about the mob. I'm a brand new nigga. 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 I was out here on the beat from the street.
That's the struggle came from the gutter. We don't have to beg for no butter.
About the mob, then we might just fuck your mother. If you ask about Bodega, I was like, damn, that's my brother. We ain't playing no game trick. Go and play with other just bought the new Mercedes. Ride around with my mother, smoking bubble by the pack. Young niggas call me brother, little mama. Oh, she bad. Might just not use her rubbers. Let's go hat on the baby. Might just call her little Bubba. Got him off forever. We ain't nobody else above her. Told my dog we gon' make it. We just gotta stick together. Mom, we gon' make it. We just gotta stick together. I'm a brand new nigga. 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 Just copped a new phone, so I'm a brand new nigga. Couple dollars in my pocket, brand new nigga. You heard about the mob. I'm a brand new nigga.
There you have it, guys. It's out now. It's in the Community Post. That's where you could go and get the copy of Broadway Fat new album that's out now, and also Prince King new book. Not new book, but it's been out for a while. I keep saying new book.
Yeah.
And also Black Love. It's been out, so guys, go ahead, cop yourself a copy of the new book, especially for this new year. If you want a good read, go ahead and check it out. It's all in the Community Post. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio Fresh Start Monday. We'll be back live tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll see you guys then. Like always, Happy New Year's. We over and out. Peace.
Peace, peace.